it. Oh, wow, what a shot. That's going to be it, people.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas for continuing coverage of this year's APA Pool Player Championships. I'm your host, Jason Bowman, and I am joined by the Hall of Fame legend, Ava Lawrence. Ava, it's been a busy day here in Pool Dog
Yes.
Arena. We've crowned 4 new champions, but we're not stopping there. We've got 1 championship final to go in the 8-Ball Classic, and up next, the heavy hitters, the skill level 7s, competing for a $15,000 prize package in that purple tier.
Yeah, it seemed like that last match did take a while, so we knew it was going to end at some point. But an exciting ending to that match, and here you have arguably the 2 best players today here in Las Vegas that are going to be battling it out in our final matchup today.
That they will. Now, before we meet our finalists in the 8-Ball Classic, let's give you a quick breakdown of some of the key rules here in this match. Of course, APA rules will apply here. Coaching is not allowed, as this is singles or individual competition. And as I mentioned, 5 championships decided today, 1 in each skill level tier. And in this match, we will be watching the purple tier. Let's go ahead and meet our championship finalists. First up from DeLand, Florida, we have Tyler Russell. And from Chattanooga, Tennessee, we have Alark, Batra. As we mentioned, $15,000 prize package on the line here for the champion. The runner-up will take home a $9,000 prize package. Players are ready to go. Let's take you down into Pool Dog Arena for the start of this match. This will be a race to 5. Both players here, again, are skill level 7, which means a 5-5 race. They will lag for the break. Tyler will win the lag and have the break in this first rack. Our referee here, Kevin McCarthy. Yeah, that last match was a bit of a marathon, wasn't it?
Wow, 2 hours.
Yeah, be curious to see if this match contrasts that at all and moves at a little bit quicker pace.
Yeah, everybody's got their own style. I mean, they just happen to be 2 very cautious players, and as soon as they thought there's a good chance I may not run out here, they went defensively. So, I wonder, we should have checked how many defensive shots there were in that match.
Oh. Might have been too many to count.
Yeah, I think the backside of the official scoring page, what about 56?
Okay.
Felt like
Seemed
156.
like 5,600 to me, but what do I know? All right, we're
Good
ready to
match,
go here
though.
in the
Good
Purple
match.
Tier Championship 8-Ball Classic, all part of the APA Pool Player Championships. Tyler Russell with the break.
And this is one of those breaks where you're not focusing on trying to make that 8. You're just trying to make sure to make a ball. The quality of these players.
It's like the 2-ball drop there at the
Yeah.
end.
Table opens up. This one did not too much, but obviously these are your run-out players. They're always looking to finish this rack without letting the opponent get to the table. So kind of a mess here. As firmly as he hit him straight on, which usually breaks up the balls a little bit more, but you guys know how 8-ball is. You never know what you're going to get. Kind of like a box of chocolates. It was a good defensive shot there. Wow. Really well played. absolutely perfect. I don't think he can get below that 4 to actually make the 15.
All right. First look at Alark there. Turns the table back over to Tyler.
We'll see the style of play of these two. Not familiar to, that I can recall, to the Bulldog Arena. You usually have better recollection than I do.
I don't recognize either of these players, which is
This
kind
is
of different.
fun.
A lot
It's
of times
fun.
we do tend to know some of the players in
Yeah.
the top tiers, but I know some folks asking about Tyler's choice of footwear. He does have a medical condition that we have allowed for those to play in the footwear that he's
Yeah.
chosen. We'll leave it at that. Told he actually has a broken toe.
Oh, that was
That's
going
a
to feel
tough-
good.
that's a
That's
tough town to be in with a broken
Yeah,
toe,
no
man.
kidding.
Oof.
Yeah, you can see the shoes are just not going to work. I can see it looks like it's got its one foot a little bit wrapped. So,
Well, broken toe or not, he's made it to the
yeah.
final match here in the purple tier, which is quite the feat. No pun intended. See what I did there?
Yeah,
Unintentional.
you're so good.
We're at that point of the day, right?
You're so
Slap
smooth.
happy time.
That's
2
a
for
good
1
shot.
there.
Played that perfectly. Still not quite sure what he's going to do with his 7 and the 4. Maybe he can bank this in. No. It's a good defensive shot, though. Yeah, that's kind of. We had one of the women from Coastal Carolina APA. She was not being able to make it here. She broke her hand right before. They were supposed to come out very shortly before, so.
This is Alark Batra at the table. He's out of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
That turned out really well. Tyler can see the 4, I believe. Oh, maybe not. May have to kick at it. You know, you obviously have the option of going one rail if he is kicking at this. But normally you want to kind of come 2 rails and get a solid hit there, unless he's aiming for 1 rail at the 7, I believe. Yeah, but no cigar. Sets up an excellent opportunity. Ball in hand anywhere on the table for Alark. Nice smooth stroke there, coming down for the 9. I just want to pretty much just come out 7 or table here, I would guess. Whether he shoots perfect, if he can get straight in on the 10, that would be the ultimate. And just like it had eyes, that's exactly where he went.
Alark's been playing pool and snooker for 15 years, he said.
You can tell if you see the tip of his cue, you see how thin that is. That is still playing with a snooker cue, even though he's playing
Very thin, yeah.
billiards.
Like shooting with a pencil.
Yeah, that is a foul.
Ball in hand
Yeah.
now to Tyler.
Surprised. I'm actually surprised he didn't shoot the 14 there instead of taking a chance and just hold it there for the other ball. But I still think he surprised himself a little bit that he fouled there and didn't get jack up quite high enough. So that was a double hit. And Tyler's taken no time to finish up the little smorgasbord that was presented by Alark.
And Tyler's on the board first, leads 1-0 in this race to 5. He will have the break once again when we return in just a few moments. And we're back here at Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas, continuing coverage of the APA 8-Ball Classic. All part of the grand party that is the Pool Player Championships here at the Westgate this week.
And a party it is. On so many levels.
Tyler Russell at the table, leading 1-0. His second break of the match.
There's a solid break.
Couple balls down.
Yeah, 11 goes and the 9, so he does have the stripes.
Tyler is from DeLand, Florida. Been playing pool for 27 years. Wanted to make sure we gave a shout out to his girlfriend, Christy.
It's looking pretty right now. This is the reason you break from the center. You're a run-out player. That's how the balls open up a little bit more. It didn't in the first rack, but you know, you got to have some luck to make the 8 in the side. These guys, a lot of them would much rather break from the center and if you have a powerful break and then have control of the table. Or they have a little bit, their odds are more in your favor to be able to run out than that the 8 is going to go on the break.
And that break and run puts Tyler up 2-0 in this race to 5, and he will break once again when we return in just a moment. Welcome back to Pool Dog Arena, continuing coverage of the APA 8-Ball Classic. The 5th championship to be decided today, the purple tier of the 8-Ball Classic. $15,000 to the winner here, Tyler Russell with the break. It's a couple balls to fall. Looks like one of each. Big shout out to our friends at pooldog.com, as well as all of our sponsors. Diamond Tables, you see the beautiful white diamond here in Pool Dog Arena. Of course, our friends at Action Cues, Aramith Balls, and our newest sponsor, Kamui Tips. Appreciate all their support.
Absolutely.
As Tyler will be shooting the high balls in this rack.
And again, it looks like there's a good chance for Alark to be seated here.
He's not been back to the table
No.
since that foul, a double hit foul.
No. No, and he's going to have a good angle here, making this 14 ball to get down for either the combo on the 10-15 or all the way down to make the 15 and come back up for the 10. So it is a thing of beauty when these guys get going. Uh-oh. No. Careless. Wow. May be able to go rail first. Just clip this 15 ball. Oh, yeah. No
Nicely
problem.
done.
Beautiful.
Where will he end up?
Oh, no. One moment of not quite paying attention, and all of a sudden,
Look at that
oh,
shot.
wow, look at him.
Oh, my. Put that on the highlight reel.
Wow.
Look at the position on that 8-ball. Chance for him to take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, I think we've established this guy can play a little bit. And I feel bad for Alark. He was running out and then just didn't quite jack up high enough, made a foul, and he has not seen the table in 2 racks. And that is all she wrote for the 3rd rack.
Another break and run there for Tyler. Get that man a patch. He is now 2 games away from victory, and he will have the break when we return in just a moment. And we're back here at Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas. Tyler Russell at the table. Leads 3-0 in the championship match here in the 8-Ball Classic Purple Tier, featuring 2 skill level 7s. Tyler has back-to-back break-and runs.
There goes the 6. So, again, cue ball all the way down. But, again, has an opportunity, just like in the last rack, to shoot a combination on the 5 ball. 3 to the 5. This one is not quite as easy as the last one was, but obviously very makeable. Another thing against this position, he's gonna may have to follow it enough to be able to use the 7 in case it doesn't work, since he can't do anything with the cue ball. And that's what he did. Just came out, so he's got the shot on the 7. The 4 ball looks like an issue, but it might go off the 12 on the back end. See if he's going to try the ticky-tick shot here underneath the 12. There it is. Drew out for the 2, but that 12 inconveniently got in the way. A little frustrating there. Well, he solved the last rack, didn't he, by kicking that out? So we'll see if he can solve this one. Oh my God, what a great shot. Oh wow.
Not much
and
reward
no love
for
again. How many of these Houdini shots does he have to come up with? He may have met his match here, though. It's tough deal to make anything happen, but
Never underestimate a guy in Las Vegas with a broken toe.
Oh, he's going 3 rails. Try to kick it in the side. If he makes this, oh my God, great try.
He didn't get a ball to a rail, so that'll be ball in hand. But he did make it to the one ball.
We'll see.
Now a chance for Alark, who has not been back to the table since he fouled in that first rack. Let's see
The
if he can
opening
get
he
going.
needed.
Yeah.
And you never know. Tyler could be seated for a while
Let's
now.
see if he can match the run out.
I like how Alark stays down long after the ball is struck. He just stays there. And that is something you absolutely have to do when you're playing snooker, even more so than pool. Those balls may be small, but the pockets are tiny. Got a little funky there. Wanted to be more straight in, obviously. Now he's going kind of across the line he wants to be on. No problem. Gonna go ahead and mark that up. Corner pocket, I would think.
And
There
a
you go.
strong response there from Alark. After the 2 break-in runs by his opponent, he has a run out. He's on the board, still trails by 2 games, but he will have the break when we return in just a moment. And we are back here at Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas. Alark Batra now at the table. His first break of the match. Chance to close the gap here. Alark out of Chattanooga.
9. 9 goes in on the break, side pocket. His cue ball also ends up at the end of the table, but no love for Alark here. Other than the 11 ball, everything else is on the other side of the table. And doesn't really have a shot either as far as offense. Guess he can bank the 11 or just tap it and play it safety here. All right.
Brings Tyler back to the table. Tyler from DeLand, Florida. We will have continuing coverage of the Pool Player Championships for you tomorrow starting at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. That'll be the finals of the Wheelchair Championship. And then at 5 p.m. tomorrow Pacific Time, we'll have the Jack and Jill Doubles Finals. Make sure you follow us here on our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get a notification when we go live. I know sometimes a little hard to remember with the time difference if you're not here in Las Vegas. You get a little confused.
Got a lot of pool left to play.
Thursday we'll have the ladies and the 8-ball doubles.
Yep.
Friday Masters. We'll cap it off Saturday with 4 tiers of the 9-ball shootout. All of that brought to you by our good friends at pooldog.com.
Alark is going to survey the table a little bit here. Try to figure out if there's a way to solve that 10-1. And the best way to do so. He would love to get the angle maybe here. No. That went a bit too far also. Beautiful shot. A lot of left-hand draw. And he may be able to cheat the pocket here. It would have to be precise, but I don't know. I'm not sure that it's possible. Just taking a look at it, if there's any way to cheat it by the one. It doesn't like it. I don't know. Oh, wow. Well, that's unforced error number 2 by Alark Batra. And a couple of big ones, too.
The last unforced error led to a 3-0 lead, so
yeah.
This is a race to 5.
2 unfortunate mistakes there. After having played such amazing pool throughout the whole thing, to be able to be the last 2 standing. You'd hate for it to come down to that, and with somebody of Tyler's ability here, it's like you said, he may not get back to the table again. Nicely done. Hit that thin so he could avoid going into the 10.
Pockets this 8-ball. That'll put him on the hill. A commanding 4-1 lead.
He changed his mind, decided to go to the corner. Oh, wait a minute.
Didn't get it.
He sure didn't. He jumped up.
And a chance for Alark now to take advantage of a mistake by Tyler. Really the first mistake.
Kind of a chink in the armor a little bit there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Well, you saw he decided at the last second to change the pocket.
Yeah.
Can
But
Alark
still
take
a lot
advantage?
of... Yeah, he's got to go for the bank here, obviously. I can't imagine anything but. And he came up short.
So unable to capitalize. Yeah. This rack will go to Tyler. Takes a 4-1 lead. Needs just one more game, and he will be your champ. And he'll have the break when we return in just a moment. All right, folks, welcome back to Pool Dog Championship Arena. Final match of the 8-Ball Classic. We're in the purple tier, the heavy hitters, the skill level 7s, And Tyler Russell from Florida has a commanding 4-1 lead. He is one game away, one pocketed 8-ball away from victory.
There's another solid break. And both stripe and solids have gone in, 2 of each. That's when it's dangerous, when the player does have a choice. It's funny, though, how it's still little issues. You made 4 balls on the break. You got an issue here. You got a little bit of an issue there. This game can be so kind to you, and it can be so cruel. Well, that was solved in like 2 seconds. Still got to deal with this 8-ball a little bit.
Well, if he can finish this off, this would be his 3rd break and run of the match.
That 8-ball may pass by the by the 2-ball. If that's the case, then Alark Batra is in big trouble. That is a great name, by the way. I like it. I like saying it, Alark Batra.
2 balls away from victory, Tyler Russell.
It does not go by the 2, so he's going to have to come all the way across. Last hope for Alark right here. And that is so smooth and so on point. Yeah, that deserves some applause right there for the championship. How about Tyler Russell? What a match he had.
Tyler Russell, DeLand, Florida, is your 2025 8-ball Classic champion in the purple tier.
Great match. 2 deserving people here. Classy match.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations on winning the 2025 8-ball Classic. I got to say, you're a monster on the table. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I came in not expecting anything, it's my first APA singles event, and I told my girlfriend before I left DeLand, Florida, that I was coming to take it all, and I wanted to go undefeated, and I've accomplished that, so it's
You
a
have
major
accomplished that,
accomplishment.
and you have a crowd cheering for you, and you had those break-in runs. If you were to give any advice to anybody that may be watching or in the crowd, what would you say to them?
Play with the best if you want to be the best. I had some of the best teachers and mentors, and it was all worth it. Been playing for 27 years now, and it's become my life.
27 years, and this is your first time here.
Yes, because I grew up in the Bahamas.
That is awesome. And did you have any shout-outs to anybody back home?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my boy Ali. I told you I was coming to do it, brother. Christy Johnson, my beautiful girlfriend, I love you. Thanks to God as well. My mom, my dad for the prayers. And I also want to shout out my boy BK. He's right in the crowd over here. He normally has it his way, but today I had it my way.
That is awesome. Well, again, congratulations. I'm going to go ahead and pass this back to Ava and Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations to our new 8-ball Classic champion in the purple tier, Tyler Russell, DeLand, Florida. What a performance.
Pretty impressive there.
3 break-in runs en route to a 5-1 victory. He's taking home the $15,000 prize package, and he more than earned it. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in today to all of our coverage of the 8-ball Classic, all part of our continuing coverage of this year's APA Pool Player Championships. Once again, thanks to our friends at PoolDog.com for all of their support, and we will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time, with the finals of the APA Wheelchair Championships. Make sure you come back and join us.
See you
Thanks
tomorrow.
for tuning in.